So today I want to explore those hidden lessons that are behind the urges for you to emotionally eat. So if you're new here, welcome. My name is Michelle. I'm a certified holistic nutritionist that specializes in emotional eating. I help ambitious women get to ease and confidence around food and in their body. And so today I wanted to explore a bit more about the lessons of emotional eating, because a lot of the times we can think this is just something that is a nuisance, we want to get rid of it, and then we get pulled into these quick fixes, these things that promise us to get rid of our emotional eating, and we don't really know why we have it. We don't know the lessons that are hidden within our emotional eating. And if we can grasp those lessons, it's going to help us with this journey and to understanding our patterns so much more. And it's going to help us get to the other side in a more integrated and holistic way. So I'm going to share a few lessons that I've seen with emotional eating, and I've experienced this myself. So when I really started to notice my emotional eating and really understand the pattern, what was going on, and started to see that when I was stressed or overwhelmed or felt rejected, this emotional eating would pop up. And it was almost like there to support me or to help me not feel what I was feeling. And instead of looking at my emotional eating and thinking, why am I doing this? I started to understand that it was really there trying to support me or soothe me or help me feel okay. And so I started to have more and more compassion towards myself, because I realized, oh, I don't know how to actually meet those needs, and this is the best way I know how. So my emotional eating is trying to help me with this. And so the beauty of that was having that self-compassion. Emotional eating also taught me that I had unmet needs, that I didn't feel when I didn't feel seen or heard or valued, or I felt rejected, that this need of mine wasn't being filled, and it left me with so much discomfort and shame. And my emotional eating was a way to soothe from that shame, soothe from that discomfort, and to help me meet needs of regulation, of emotional regulation that I wasn't taught. And so it started to point me in this direction that, oh, I'm using food as a band-aid to meet these deeper needs. What are these deeper needs? How do I actually meet them? How do I actually give myself what I need instead of using a band-aid like food and coping through this? How do I actually meet those needs in a way that is healthy for me, that supports me in thriving in my life? So my emotional eating started to become this doorway to self-awareness and not this source of shame. Every time it came up, it was like a little alarm that there are needs there that I need to look at. And how do I pause and start really shifting my pattern from using a band-aid to giving myself what I actually need and regulating and moving through those emotions? Another lesson that I learned from emotional eating was how to connect to myself. For a long time, it was like, here's emotional eating, here's me, and I tried to push it away from me. But when I realized that it was really a big indicator of where I had a lot of unprocessed emotions, unmet needs, I started to get to know myself better. And when I actually started to move through my emotional eating, started to get to those emotions, they gave me so much information about my life, about what I valued, what I liked and disliked, because for so long I didn't know how to listen to my emotions, because the moment they would come up in my system, my body would just want to go to food to protect me from feeling any pain or discomfort. But as I slowed that down and started to really sink into these emotions, started to meet those needs, yes, but hear the messages of my emotions, I started to have so much more connection to who I was. And I would say this helped me to evolve as a person, because if we don't integrate those emotions, we don't evolve. We actually cap our capacity to grow our prefrontal cortex. We need to move through our emotions in order to grow our prefrontal cortex, which is giving us logic and, sort of this higher mind. But when we don't move through our emotions, when we cope with them, we stunt that. And so the more we're able to really see that emotional eating, there are emotions under there, and it's again this alarm, and that is a pathway to growth. then we start seeing it in a new way. So the next time that you feel this urge to emotionally eat, maybe pause and think, what is my emotional eating trying to teach me about myself? Because it's really powerful. It's not there because you're broken, you don't have enough willpower. It's there sort of holding the place until you're ready to actually move through it. And so if you are ready to start your journey with resolving your emotional eating, I'd love to invite you to download my free guide called What Are You Truly Hungry For? It's going to help you start discerning true from emotional hunger and catching your triggers. And this is the first step I give to clients. And if you're ready to resolve your emotional eating and you're looking for more support and guidance, I'd love to invite you to find out more about the Emotional Eating Evolution Program. This is my 12-week container with the step-by-step process, with office hours, in-depth sessions, in-depth tools to help you get to the other side, to get to ease and confidence around food and in your body, and also help you integrate all of these lessons that I've shared with you today. So if you'd like to find out more about that, you can find out more at the links below. If you have any questions about what I've shared, please be sure to let me know. Also, please be sure to like and subscribe. I look forward to sharing more with you, and I hope you have a great day.